Are you down? Are you feeling bad about yourself because you have a mental health issue? You've come to the right place today. Because today I'm giving you 6 affirmations, positive affirmations that are guaranteed to change the way you think about your life and yourself. I'm going to be talking about my experience as a woman who has suffered from OCD and anxiety for years. But although I have anxiety and OCD, it does not have me, because I am on a lifelong journey to wellness. And that's what this channel is about. My name is Katina Blue, and if you are looking for anxiety and OCD relief, as well as encouragement and uplifting talks about how to improve your health and your mental health state, please subscribe to the channel below by clicking the subscribe button. Also, if you want to be notified anytime I list a video, please click the notification button below, ring the bell, so that you will be notified each time I make a video. With that being said, people, I have 6 affirmations today that I'm going to share with you. Things that have changed my life and the way that I think about myself, which have helped me greatly improve my OCD and anxiety symptoms. I'm talking to anybody out there who has a mental health issue. Whether you have depression, whether you have anxiety, whether you have OCD, bipolar disorder, we need to feel good about ourselves. I used to feel really bad about having anxiety and OCD. And for many years, I walked around with my head held down. And now I sit here on a channel, being transparent, telling you that it is okay to come out and stop hiding and just be okay with who you are. Now, I'm going to tell you, when I first started this channel over a year ago, I was a hot mess. Look at this video. I was overweight. I was on an anxiety medication that had caused me to gain a lot of weight. And I was very afraid about doing videos and putting myself out there as a person who has OCD and anxiety. But I'm going to tell you that mental wellness is a lifelong journey. You never stop. And because I stay diligent about it and I'm constantly seeking out new things, trying to share those things with you, I feel that I'm moving in a direction that is better than I was then. And I feel that a lot of that is due to me being diligent about my diet and also being diligent about how I think about myself. Hence, the affirmations that I want to share with you. So please listen to all of these affirmations and use them for yourself to help you with your mental state. It could greatly increase how you live in your life. And you can share them with your friends, family, and other people who are struggling so that they can also improve too. My first affirmation that you should say to yourself on a regular basis is, I am not my mental health issue. This is very important because lots of times we define ourselves by what we are going through. So if you have bipolar disorder, you might be only thinking of yourself as a person with bipolar disorder, who's challenged, who's limited. You are not your mental health issue. It does not define the complete complexity of the person that you are. I had to realize that although I am a person who suffers from OCD, that OCD is not the entirety of who I am. So I challenge you to think of yourself differently. I want you to constantly remind yourself, I am not my mental health issue. My next affirmation, this is so important. What people think about me is none of my business. I heard this some time ago from a friend, and it is so true. And it's something that I'm starting to live by. A lot of us with mental health issues worry about what other people are going to think about us. How are they going to look at us? It's none of our business how they look at us and what they think about us. That's their problem. That's their issue. Know who you are, know yourself, know that you are not only a person who has a mental health issue, but you are a person who's well-rounded and has so many other aspects of your character to give to the world. So don't worry about what other people are saying or none of your business. The only thinking you should care about is what you think about yourself. My next affirmation, there are only a few of these people, so please stay with me. I can take care of myself and give my symptoms the big technical TKO, technical knockout. Yes, this is a big affirmation because a lot of times we think that we don't really have a lot of control in our situation. And I'm going to tell you, as a person who has become diligent about taking care of herself, and I mean exercising, diet, really honing in on my mental health. Those are some of the things that I can control. You can take care of yourself. You can care more about yourself. And you can do things that show and reflect that care and concern about yourself. And you know what those things are that we talk about all the time. Really taking care of your diet. Being careful about what you eat, because what you eat does greatly affect your mental health. Exercising, getting some movement, because that does affect your mental health. These are things you can do. So repeat after me, people. I can take care of myself and I can give my symptoms the big technical knockout. That's what I want you to remember. And you can do this too when you're saying that to yourself. My next affirmation for you, this is another important affirmation. I can live a full life by changing how I think about myself and my situation. A lot of times we think we are limited because we have mental health issues. Sometimes you are limited in some things that you can do, but there are things that you can do. So when I say changing how you think about your situation, it's thinking about the things that you can do, not the things that you can't. Those things will help you live a full life. I know for sure, because I stopped some time ago thinking about all the things that I can't do because of my OCD and anxiety. And now I insist on thinking about the things that I can. And I've done so many things that I thought were out of reach for me. Just that switch in thinking has opened up a whole world for me. You can live a full life. Let's move on. We only have a couple left. I can fall down and get up many times in my life. So there is this idea that if you fall down, you are a failure or you're a broken person. I'm gonna tell you, I've fallen so many times. When I say fall down, I mean the times when you suffer losses, the times when you suffer relapses in your mental health, the time when you're on the floor crying your eyes out and you just don't know what you're gonna do because you're so depressed or so sad. Those are things that I call falls. And you get up from those falls and you just keep going, and you may fall again. But guess what? You get up and you keep going. This is the journey, and it's lifelong. You can fall many times and you can get back up. And you don't have to think any differently about yourself because that happened. And that's what I've done, and that's what I've done on this channel. If you go and look at the video that I made just a few months ago, I was in so much pain with my mental health as far as my OCD. It was horrible. I've had many times like that in my life. Those are the things that build character and strength. So please, don't be afraid of the fall. It's the getting up, you know? That's what I'm saying. This is the last affirmation. And this one is so important to me. I will not wait until things are not hard to start living. This is profound. Because a lot of us are thinking that we're going to wait until we feel really well and everything's perfect and grand, and then we're going to do some things. That was my thinking for some time. I thought, I'm not going to really pursue anything great until my OCD symptoms are gone. And if I wait until that day, well, I'll be waiting a long time. I'm going to tell you, because I have a lot of OCD compulsions and rituals and all kinds of nonsense. And I realized that while I'm waiting, life just keeps going. So I decided that I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to live right now. And what does living look like? Well, living to the fullest is something different for every person. What is living to the fullest for me is not going to be living to the fullest for you. But there are small things that keep me going. And and making me feel like I'm living. And I mean, even if you feel so low, there are things you can do right now to feel like you're living so that you are not waiting until it's not hard anymore. I simply get up and walk to the park, and I take in all of the sights around me, the smells, the air, looking at all of the trees and everything. I do that and I stay in a moment. Be in the moment. That's what I mean when I say not waiting, like seizing the day, seeing something good in the day, taking time for yourself, taking time out to enjoy nature, doing something that you don't usually do. I'm going to make a whole video about just living life to the fullest when you have mental health issues, how to really go about that and do that. I want to really start honing in on that for everybody here as a community so that we can really start living now in this moment. That's what's so important to me, because I don't want you sitting around feeling sorry for yourself and feeling pity for yourself. I want you to say these affirmations to yourself and every day realize that it's a lifelong journey for mental wellness and really striving to do that. So if you have any mental health affirmations that you would like to share, please leave them in the comments below. It would help this community greatly, all of us. It would help me. And I want to thank all of you for coming over here and subscribing and sharing and listening, watching. I so appreciate it. I really do. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Remember to write down your affirmations and say them to yourselves. Please try. Let's do this. Let's go on this journey and be here doing this together, people. See you next time. Bye-bye.